In League of Legends history, people and analysts and fans have looked at teams as a full unit. However, I think it isn't always best to look at the unit in the team, but small duos. So in this short video, I'm going to think of a few duos on the current teams and see if they've lived up to expectations. So the first who are sitting right in first place is Huni and Dardoch. So most people thought that they would come in, and we know that they're mechanically skilled and everyone knows that. However, their cohesion was extremely in question. However, in the past 2 weeks, they've sort of made fun of the fact that people thought that they weren't going to be good teammates. So I think this is very positive going into the future, that they think that they are just good teammates. Dardoch talked about how Huni just came in and told them how they were pretty much doing so many things wrong. So Dardoch extremely respects Huni, it seems like, and Huni's just having a lot of fun. It seems like he's very lighthearted in his interviews and talking with the analysts and things like that. If you saw this past weekend, Sneaky and Huni did like the LCS Lounge, I believe it's called, and he seemed like he enjoyed his choice to come back to North America. So Huni and Dardoch overall has obviously looked very good. They're 4-0, even though they've had 2 games where their early game was a blunder, to say the least. Overall, they've looked good, and they haven't smashed anyone's faces in yet. So I think we're going into the season very good for them too. Next up, we got Biofrost and Stixxay. So this is the team, or this is the duo that Stixxay used to be with Aphromoo and Biofrost used to be with Doublelift. And as we all know, Rush Hour bot lane had Aphromoo and Doublelift, who were 2 very vocal people on the team, and they were very good. However, these are kind of the offspring of those 2 players, since Aphromoo brought Stixxay in as a rookie, and Doublelift did the same to Biofrost. So throughout this season so far, the first 2 weeks, they are currently 1-3, and Biofrost is looking, I would say, average. He's not looking like the worst. He's not looking like he's just like feeding randomly or running into like face checking bushes without any vision. So he's working well with the team. However, Stixxay, it does not look like he is on the same page at all. It fairly resembles who was it? I think it was Someday. No, Looper. It resembles Looper last year and the year before on Echo Fox, or the 2 seasons before. What you're seeing is when a team fight, or before a team fight starts, Stixxay is either losing a lot of health because he doesn't know when his team's initiating, or what the plan certainly is. So what I think this might be a problem with is just the team not displaying what they need to do. However, since Stixxay is kind of doing it by himself, it seems like that he might just not be listening or just doesn't know what to do in his position. The AD carry game is a little different than usual. One with the relic shields that are finally gone for 8.2 patch this coming Saturday. But besides that, it's not just hyper carries anymore. So you got like the Klepto Ezreal, and then you got like the Misfortune, and no more like Jhin or anything like that. So it's not just hyper carries who wait till endgame. Sometimes they have to push their leads mid-game. So maybe that's kind of where it's coming out. But who really knows? I think it's very hard to read CLG right now. They just kind of look like a crumbling mess. He isn't carrying as much as he usually does either. So back to Bio and Stixxay though. Stixxay is really bringing down the crew and definitely has not lived up to expectations. Moving on to Zven and Mithy. So we knew that the team would probably not look very good, TSM, but we did not expect that Zven and Mithy would look so disoriented. So we haven't seen too much disorientation between like the bot lane themselves. However, with Mithy and Mike Young, it's been pretty rough. So Sven and Mithy have always been like partners who have just kind of sat till late game and knowing that they can win those late game team fights. However, they just aren't displaying that yet. This could be another team thing, but I think we all thought that Zven and Mithy would be able to at least carry 1 game in the first 4 games, and they have not done so. So overall, they have not lived up to the expectations either, but we do see them probably in the future coming around. However, Bio and Stixxay, that's looking a little rough at the moment just because Stixxay doesn't know what he's doing or what he should be doing in fights, where Sven looks a lot more composed with Mithy, and those team fights are looking a lot better where they're actually going into a fight full health, or if someone's low health, they're not over-engaging, things like that. And lastly, we got Zven and Licorice. So this was a very debatable topic, I guess you could say, because Sven and contracts, well, Sven moved into contracts position, so that means that people obviously will talk about it, and contracts seemed better than Svenskeren at the end of last season. However, contracts got in this weird kind of contract negotiation where he just kind of fumbled up, Cloud9 fumbled up a little bit. They contracts released a twit longer if you want to check that out, but it pretty much just says that they kind of both like accidentally left the team while he was looking for better options. But past that anyway, people were iffy on Sven. So then they had this beast top laner, Impact, and people enjoyed him. People liked him. People thought he was good. However, they dropped him as well. They lost him to Team Liquid to a supposedly bunch of money, and they brought in Licorice, a Challenger Series player who was top 3 Challenger top laners for sure, but wasn't like obviously LCS caliber player. So moving into the beginning of the season, Cloud9 fans I think were a little stressed out just because they didn't know how this duo would work. However, seeing Sven take kind of the tank junglers mostly, except I think one Evelyn game, and then seeing, actually he played Jax too, so I don't know if that's totally correct, but he's played good control junglers, and then we have Licorice on some more AD kind of playmaking champions. It's really nice to see that these two can actually drop all the criticism and play very well. So I think they are definitely the duo to watch, even though Huni and Dardoch are really killing it. Zven and Licorice are just forced to be reckoned with. I think just because a lot of people will look towards the other lanes to smash, because Smoothie and Sneaky are obviously very good, and then Jensen is very good as well. So that means that Licorice might not get kind of the respect that he probably deserves from the other teams, so they might not focus him as much. So I think Sven and Licorice are very, very good going into the season, and Cloud9 is definitely looking a lot better if they keep up their jungle and top synergy with just Svenskeren playing around the map well too. C9 is definitely looking very good. So yeah, I'm just in between 2 jobs sitting in my car, so I thought I'd do a little bad audio video. So let me know if this was totally horrible audio, and I will not do this again. But if there's no comments, I will probably do it again because I sit between teaching jobs a lot. So yeah, let me know if you have any comments. Let me know if you like this. Otherwise, I'll see you for the next video.